Good afternoon. Welcome back to the IPF Sub Junior and Junior World Championships. I am Jim Battenfield here with you this afternoon. We are getting ready for the 66 kilo Sub Junior and Junior men. Hopefully by now you've caught your breath from that session this morning because wow.
Lithuania, 180 kilos, Nojas Saipas.
We've got Nojas Saipas from Lithuania. He's opening at 180 kilos, 396 pounds for the metrically challenged. This should move rather quickly. It looks like we've just got, looks like 7 juniors and 3 sub-juniors, so you may see a land speed record the way these spotters have been going. Man, they've done a fantastic job. It looked like a strong opener. Let's see what the referees say. Waiting on one more vote.
Give me a third light, somebody. Side referee, do we need new batteries?
Okay, well, while we have that brief delay to figure it out, maybe a battery dead on one of those remote. There we go. And that's a good lift. Next, we're going to have Luis Velasquez from Puerto Rico.
Blue one.
By the way, I'm from Mississippi, USA, so I'm not going to do great with a lot of these names, but I am going to give it the old college try. It'll at least be entertaining for you that know what they're supposed to sound like.
Prize loaded, Luis Velasquez, Puerto Rico, 217.5 on the bar.
217.5 kilo opener. Quite a substantial jump from the previous lifter. And while he sets up, I'd like to introduce my co-commentator. Just got through with that amazing session this morning. Junior lifter from the USA, Lauren Lent.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me, Jim.
Of course. Although it does sound like trouble when me and you were together, but nonetheless. should be entertaining.
I'll try to be. All right. It's a good, strong attempt. May have left it a little high, but we'll find out what the referees say. It's tough to see from this vantage point. And 2-1, no lift. Looks like an easy lift, though. Should come back and get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can hear that IPF playlist in the background, which is the way to go for all your dance parties in the future.
It's a little stressful to miss the first lift, but when you come back and get it, there's no better feeling than that.
Absolutely, that's for sure.
25 on the bar.
All right, now we're waiting on Alexandra Gregory. Okay. We're just going to say Alexandra. Gregoria. Ah, there we go. All right.
Gregoria.
Third lifter, and we're already up to 5 spotters.
Looked like good depth.
It was nice and smooth. And 2-1, good lift. That's all you need.
Looked really strong.
Yeah, it did. You've got the replay right here. Man, these camera angles with all this is amazing. Every year I'm just more and more impressed. Whether I'm watching at home or I'm getting the opportunity to get behind the mic for a little bit, you guys do a great job. I'm digging this profile picture by Raul Rivera from Puerto Rico. He has been competing for 2 years, and he is a nurse, opening at 230 kilos, and his PB is 240 kg. So it should be interesting.
So if anyone passes out on the platforms, he's there to save them.
That's right. Hopefully it's not him. No medical emergencies today. There was that one guy yesterday that wouldn't call it a medical emergency, just a mess.
That looked extremely fast.
It did. And 3 white lights. And here comes the replay.
Girona Alaniz, USA, 235.
I tell you what, this spotter crew has done a fantastic job all week. I know we're on day 2, but I have no doubt that it's going to be the same all week.
They really did a good job today. As far as I'm concerned, from competing, they did awesome. I gave them all the information I needed for bench, and they listened perfectly.
All right, and here's the American lifter we have this afternoon, Jerry Alaniz.
Opening up with 235, it looks like.
Yes, 518 pounds. Jerry, like so many from Texas, and we're definitely thinking about everybody over there. A little bit more of a grind than you'd like on an opener, but let's see. 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
He's just warming up.
Yeah.
It's a little stressful when that happens, but like I said, when you come back and nail the next 1 or 2, you're good to go for the rest of the meet.
Bars loaded. This is Karasan.
Sometimes you just need that one lift to be a confidence booster.
Yeah, it definitely goes a long way.
So now we got a lifter from Kazakhstan, it looks like?
Yes. One thing I know for sure about Kazakhstan is usually I'm not going to be able to say their name.
I was just about to say that. I was like trying to say it, and I was like, I better not even try to.
That's right.
Looks like a really good opener, though.
Yeah. 3 white lights on the DRL lighting system.
I'm always really proud when I see other lifters repping the signature gold knee wraps.
Yep.
Chinese Taipei.
Ching 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 from Chinese Taipei has been competing for 9 years. He's a student. His PB is 280 kilos. He's opening quite a bit below that at 250 kg. We hope you at home that have been watching are enjoying the competition. I know it's been a barn burner to be involved with, so I actually can't wait to get back home and watch all this after it's all over. It looked nice and smooth. Let's see.
Really good speed on that.
Yeah,
see what
that's
the judges think.
No lift, 2 to 1. Did not
2 of them didn't like it.
No lift. It might have been short on the 2 side judges, I'm thinking.
Yep. I mean, when you leave it right in that gray area, you know, it's tough for it to pass, especially when the higher up you get. All right, now we've got Renzo Santalices. I was kind of waiting on Gino to pronounce it so I could take a shot at it and try to just lean on Gino for his.
Let's let him butcher the names before we do, right?
Absolutely. So if it's wrong, then you can see Gino powerlifting.
This is 250 kilograms, 551.2 pounds. Looks like a nice strong walkout. Let's see.
Look
really
nice and smooth. Yep.
See what the judges think. 3 white lights on that one.
That's actually the first erector shirt I've seen this week so far, but I'm sure we'll see more as the week goes on.
I've always been interested on how the erector shirt works versus like I mean, obviously it's going to fit differently than a bench shirt, but how that exactly feels as a lifter, because I've never tried one, because I've only worn Titan.
Right. The best gear on the planet.
You're not wrong. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I think
he had a...
Yosoki?
Yeah, I missed his first name, but I believe the last name's Kyoji.
I think I follow him on Instagram.
I think I do too. I'm a big hit in Japan, as is Lauren. So
we're all about the Japanese team.
Yeah, I believe that's Yosuke Kyoji.
He's going for 255 kilograms here, which is 562.2 pounds. Looks good from here. Let's see what the judges think. And that is 3 white lights from the judges, so that's a good start for him. I'm always really jealous of how well the Japanese team always does on bench. Like, I'm so fascinated on where they came up with like their bench form and bench technique, because I feel like all of them have like these extremely big arches, and I'd love to talk to one of them about it.
That's right. As we prepare for Saul Rivera from Puerto Rico, he has a PB of 245.5 kilos, which looks like it might have been a national record in Puerto Rico. But he is opening with 255 kg, trying to set the tone for the Puerto Rican national anthem for the first time this week.
Let's see if this engineering student can hit 255 kilos on the bar. Looks like a strong walkout.
Look nice and smooth for it to be a PB range, so let's see what they say.
Not sure what the... Yeah, it looks like 2 to 1. It's hard to tell depth from over here. I don't want to like give the audience a false positive on it.
Right, and I'm running into the same thing being a Category 2 referee. I don't want... Well, if he said it's high and it passed, then why did it pass? Because we obviously have a different vantage point than referees. This is Noja Sipus again. As we're back to the top of the order, he made a 10-kilo jump. He was successful with his opener, which was a 70-kilo PB. So looking at his age and all, he's likely just getting started, and so he's just going to see them PBs continue to fall. So this will be a new PB at 190 kilos.
He's from Lithuania, it looks like.
He is. Former Russian satellite.
Nojas, Lithuania.
Nice strong setup. He was awful confident the way he just dive bombed that. It just looks like he may have lost control, but I think the strength is there, so we'll see him on his third attempt.
I think the strength was there, definitely. I think that the depth was absolutely perfect. Sometimes when you go super fast, you can almost lose your balance, or
absolutely
things like that happen. I mean, that definitely happened on like my third attempt today, so I can definitely relate to that. It happens, so those watching, don't stress it. He'll come back and get it.
That's right. All right, and then we have Luis again from Puerto Rico. 212.5 kilo PB. He opened at 217, was unsuccessful. I believe he left it a little high, but he still moved up 2.5 kg.
So 220 kilograms, which is 485 pounds.
And the strategy behind that, for those listening, sometimes both on squat and on bench, is sometimes adding 2.5 kg or 5 kg will help you get to the desired spot a lot easier with expending less energy, even though it doesn't sound like a great idea, it actually is.
And it looks
Exhibit
like he
A.
nailed it.
Exhibit A.
And 3 white lights from the judges. He looks really excited about that one. Really good job from Luis. And now it looks like Raul. I'm not sure where he's from. I can't really see that one.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Oh, he's from Puerto Rico. And he is going for 240 kilograms.
Which will tie his PB.
I love the graduation picture.
Yes.
It shows athlete, yet I'm taking school really seriously.
That's right.
I believe he was the engineer that I saw earlier.
He was either the engineer or the nurse. If you wouldn't have said something, I would have known.
I think you know what? I think it was the nurse. I think it was the nurse.
Because I went blank as soon as you said that.
We've got a weight class full of scholars in this one, okay?
They look nice and smooth. Let's see.
Not sure about the depth. Let's see what the judges think.
Yep.
2-1. Looks good. And now we got Jerry Alaniz.
Bars loaded. Gerardo Alaniz.
240 kilos, 529 pounds in Texas.
Let's hope he makes this one look a little bit easier than the last one. Sometimes you just got to add a little bit more weight on the bar to get down, just like Jim was saying. Looked like a lot more of like a stronger walkout on this one.
Yeah, that looked a little bit smoother, so let's see how the depth was. No, they didn't like it. And here comes the replay here so we can see. Yeah, I mean, he left it right there at the top of the gray area, and, you know, that's just not going to pass today.
And sometimes, like, when your opener doesn't really look all that hot, and then if you miss another one, sometimes that can really get in your head. So I think he'll come back even stronger and say, you know what, I'm going to crush this third one. So I'm confident that Jerry will come back looking even stronger on that third one.
Yep. And here's Alexander with a 15-kilo jump.
He's from Russia. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name, by the way.
Yeah, we had it just a minute ago, but I believe I used up all my enunciation points on that one, so I'm going to just stick with Alexander. Nice and smooth.
Look good to me. Let's see what the judges think.
It looked exactly like his opener.
Looks like 2-1.
Yep.
Good lift.
Good.
All right,
You know, I do have a little bit of Russian ethnicity in me, but I won't even dare to try and pronounce these last names.
Well, I'm from Mississippi, so I can't.
And I'm from Wisconsin, so Jim likes to make fun of my northern accent.
Pack your bags and grab your flags. Ching Ching Chui from Chinese Taipei. He was unsuccessful on his opener, but we'll see what happens here.
250 kilograms on the bar.
Look nice and smooth. It's going to be right there in the gray area again, so let's see what the referees say.
Look good to me, too.
This is good, 2-1.
And they agree with you,
good.
Lauren. See, I'm telling you, like, I ran into that a lot this morning. There were so many squats that were just right there.
And it gets so hard to determine, like, where to call that, I can imagine, because, I mean, as much as they have, like, the replay on, like, live stream, as you're judging, you don't have that replay. So, I mean, people are on your back about it sometimes, so I feel like that could be kind of stressful as a judge.
Yeah. Well, your replay is sitting at the table as an official, because they'll tap you on the shoulder and let you know, hey, you're wrong. We're going to go change that.
And this is 255 kilograms on the bar.
For the Kazakhstan lifter.
It It looked like good depth from over here. I mean, we're sitting right behind one of the side referees. However, it was no lift on that one. He might have just been a little bit too far back on his heels or lost a little bit of balance on that one, but I don't think strength was an issue on that.
Yeah, I think maybe it just got away from him, like you said.
It happens. Not every day can be a perfect day.
And we have Yasuki Keiuchi again.
265 kilos.
265 kilos, 584 pounds. I believe Yasuki actually finished second behind Charles, so I'm sure he's glad to not see Charles this year. So let's see.
I'm excited to see him dominate today then. Taking his time underneath the bar, looks good.
That looked better in his opener.
That honestly did. The depth was unquestionable from our standpoint. That's 3 weight lights for him. I'm always curious on a lifter's perspective on wearing any suit like backwards for squat or deadlift. So it's kind of interesting to me when I see that.
All right, and we've got Renzo from Ecuador coming up at the same weight.
Renzo, 20 years old.
Yeah, going back to Yasuki, it actually looked like he won as a sub-junior in Orshaza, Hungary, and then he has taken second the last 2 years, both to Charles. So yeah, he's really glad that Poco is not here.
That's right, that's right. So now we've got 265 kilos on the bar, and that is for Renzo.
Man, these are some big squats for some little guys. That's going to be
awesome.
Close. It looked really strong, but it's going to be really close. So let's see. Yep, no lift, 2-1.
Speed was there, however, the depth was not.
We'll see if they give him a little bit or if they just stay the same. Because the one thing you always have to consider with these international competitions is you're not only trying to compete for a top 3 medal to hear your country's national anthem if you win, but you're also compete for individual lift medals.
That's right.
All right,
And I've got
Saul Rivera from Puerto Rico, engineering student.
265 kilos on the bar, 584.2 pounds.
4 times his body weight for this young man from Puerto Rico.
And this is 4 times his body weight.
It looked nice and smooth, but let's see.
Looked like a speed squat from over here.
Yep. Unfortunately, he forgot the depth part. So
That'll happen. That'll happen. Sometimes with these heavier weights, you can get a false positive of where you're at in depth in the equipment, which really sucks about it. But once you add more weight, I feel like he can come back and.
Yep. And they just overturned the lift for Santelices at 265, so that is now a good lift. And we see Puerto Rico at the jury now trying to do the same.
Now we've got Luis going for 227.5 kilograms on the bar.
501.
And he has been competing for 3 years, it looks like.
All right, it looks like the jury did not overturn that one, but
it was worth a shot.
It was. Worst they could say is no. They're going to say no, and we're going to take the opener away.
Luis, Puerto Rico, where are you? 30 seconds, Luis.
He's got 30 seconds left. Let's see if he can make it out there quickly. It always makes me so nervous when lifters come so close to the clock running out.
Yes.
10 seconds.
Hey, he didn't let the time running out affect his mentality, so let's see. Oh,
He's
no
high
lift.
2-1.
Sometimes when the time runs out, though, that's not always the worst thing, because honestly, if you want to go a little bit bigger on bench or deadlift, you can always do so. So it's no stress, but sometimes when you're the lifter, it becomes a little stressful.
Absolutely.
So now we've got Jerry Elanese here with 240 kilograms on the bar.
Retaking his second. He was really close, but you and I both think he'll come back and get this.
Looks like a strong setup. See if he can come back and get this one. 529.1 pounds.
It was deeper for sure, so let's see. Yes.
2-1. That is a good lift. He was able to come back and prove the judges otherwise, which is awesome. And he is from Texas, so let's all just be happy that he is here and dominating today. And he's going to come back on bench and deadlift and prove the judges.
Bars loaded, Raul Rivera, Puerto Rico.
All right, now we have the nurse, Raul Rivera again. He's just steadily adding to his PB. Here he comes. It's still 28 seconds, but that's still ample time to get set up.
Both of his attempts have looked super easy, so I have no shadow of a doubt that this is going to look awesome. He's got more than enough time to walk it out, squat it, and rack it.
Just got away from him.
Credit for his first two. Give him a big round of applause. And load the bar up.
It was a really good attempt at trying to hit that. Sometimes you just miss that perfect spot. I don't think the weight was a problem based off of his two first attempts. Sometimes you just don't hit the perfect sweet spot.
Bars loaded. Bars loaded. Come on, Alexander. 250 kilos. He was currently in second place. He's 18-year-old sub-junior in the 66-kilo weight class, and he hails from Russia. On deck is Kazakhstan. In the hole is Chinese Taipei. Cheng.
Alexander made a 15-kilo jump from his first to his second, and then a 10-kilo jump here. He's going to be the silver medalist in squat regardless of the outcome of this lift. And it's a good lift.
It's a 2-1. Loaded up for Hispania. Tarzan. Kazakhstan 255 on the bar. This will move him. He was the 2016 bronze medal winner, bars loaded.
All right, here's the Kazakhstan lifter. He was the bronze medal winner last year, so he'd like to try to move up, I'm sure.
This will give him a bronze medal position. On the squat.
And that's a no lift.
All right, load the bar up for Cheng, Chinese Taipei, 262.5.
Yeah, just got away from him right there at the top and made that step.
And now we've got Cheng, who is up, going for 262.5 kilograms on the bar, which is 578.7 pounds for those watching.
Bars loaded.
Ching Ching Cho from Chinese Taipei.
Looks like he missed the first, came back and got the second, so I'm hoping for his sake that this third one looks like a piece of cake, because sometimes when you go out there and that opener just seems a little difficult, maybe it's just your last warm-up, you know?
That's right. It looks like he's going to be the bronze medalist in squat regardless of how this goes, so he is going to be the bronze medalist, but I'm sure he'd like to add some kilos to his total as this this battle ahead.
Looks nice and vertical coming out. Let's see. Depth looked good from over here, but let's see what the judges think about that one.
And he gets no, he was high 2-1.
And I tell you, it's a constant struggle because you have to try to remind yourself to watch the monitor in front of you so we can see what y'all see. But we have the platform just to the left of us where we're sitting. So it's hard not to watch the action live and just watch it on the screen, but we'll get better as the day goes on.
I am a little more forgiving on depth than most world judges, which makes sense, so don't listen to me. I just want everyone to do good.
That's right.
So we got a lifter from Puerto Rico. And this is Saul. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing
Saul
that.
Rivera Espadada.
You know, I took AP Spanish all throughout high school, and I won't even dare to try and pronounce any of these names either.
And here's the problem for me is, si habla español CSC, but my dialect's so bad because I'm from Mississippi that I can't, even though I know the words, I can't really even say it to where people can understand me.
I've tried to translate to some of them, and I think they just get a good laugh out of it.
That's right.
So this is 595.2 pounds, you guys. Depth looked perfect from over here, but let's see what the judges think.
That was a strong attempt. Let's see. No good.
No, he was high.
As we are commentating, we are a little bit higher up looking at some of the depth. So if we do say, oh, it looks really good, it's not always going to be good because our view is a little bit different than the side referees maybe.
Yeah. We're just armchair quarterbacks, just like you guys watching right now. All right, the last two lifts will both be over 600 pounds at 606, 275 kilos.
275.
Yosuke? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yosuke Kiyoshi.
106 pounds.
I think this
Robert
is the
Keller
one that
with
we
the-
both follow on Instagram, correct?
Yes.
And his training has looked phenomenal, so I'm really rooting for him right now. It looks like he's nailed his first and second attempt, so I'm confident that he's going to come back and get this third one.
Yeah, and both of these attempts left will be 4 times body weight attempts. Just wow.
275 kilograms. $606.3 pounds, you guys.
His attempts have looked progressively easier, so I think he's saving. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, he's open at 255. He's quite the puller. They didn't like the
Unfortunately, there
depth.
was no lift. It looked good from over here, like I was saying, but the side referees have a lot better of a view towards the depth. So unfortunately, they thought it was a little bit short on that one.
Yeah, and on the replay, I'd have to agree. But as I was saying, nonetheless, he's still, depending on the outtime of this, he's currently the gold medalist in squat, but he's got a big pull in his arsenal too.
275.
Oh yeah, and not a bad bench. So he's a pretty well-rounded lifter.
Now we've got Renzo from Ecuador going for 275 kilograms, which is 606.3 pounds.
And then after Renzo, we will take a 20-minute break for the lifters to warm up on bench, as it's only one flight this session. So we'll take a 20-minute standard break and be right back with you guys. It's currently 4:04, so it'll take about a minute and a half maybe to get off the air, and then probably back with you guys right at 4:25 Eastern Standard Time.
Looks like he nailed his first 2 attempts, so I'm confident he's going to get this one.
It looked awful smooth. And now they said no on the second one. It was overturned, and they just give him 3 white lights to begin with on this one.
And the lift is good, and he looks super excited coming off the platform. Sometimes that confidence booster is all you need for the rest of the meet.
That's right. I mean, that's nice and smooth. So he's your gold medalist in the squat, followed by Yosuke Kyochi, and then Ching Chang Tuk from Chinese Taipei for the top 3 in the juniors, and then Puerto Rico, Russia, and then Lithuania in the sub-juniors. So, but anyway, we're going to take a 20-minute break now. The clock has already started, and we'll see you guys then.
here at Okay, I jumped the gun. Welcome back to the 17th World Sub-Junior IPF Powerlifting World Championships and 35th World IPF Junior Championships here in Orlando, Florida at the Hyatt Regency in the Orlando Airport. We are getting ready for bench press of the 66 kilo sub-junior and junior men. A lot of great lifting so far this week, and it's only Tuesday, so I can only imagine what the rest of the week is going to bring. And Bill Helmick, chief referee, says bar is loaded, so we are ready to go with Nojas Saipas from Lithuania, 15-year-old student, opening with a 50-kilo PB of 120. Almost so excited he forgot to take his headphones off, but his coach grabbed him at the last moment. We certainly hope you're enjoying all these camera angles. I tell you, on bench press, they really get to have some fun. Because you got the sky cam and all this. Pretty sick tattoo this guy's got on his arm. Looks like got away from him in the shirt a little bit. They may make an adjustment or just have some words of wisdom for him, and I'm sure he'll come back and get that. The weight didn't look like a problem at all. It just kind of got away from him. You'll see as he starts bringing it down, it's nice and smooth on the descent, but when he starts bringing it up, he just kind of lost it, and once you lose it in a bench shirt, that's what those safeties are for. He didn't lose it to the point that it came back at his face, but nonetheless. And we move to Renzo Santelices from Ecuador, 20 years old student. He's opening 7.5 kilos under his PB at 130 kilos, 286 pounds for the metrically challenged.
Bar's loaded. Renzo, Ecuador.
And the bar is loaded.
Ecuador 130 kilos. Got to get his wrist straps on. At least 20 seconds on the clock.
You can hear Gino in the background as well as the playlist we have that is just stuck in your head for weeks and weeks once you leave these things. But I run to it. I'm just kidding. I don't run. But I do walk around at work to it sometimes. Nice strong setup. Let's see how Renzo handles this weight. Nice and smooth on descent, and the same on the way up. Let's see what the refs say. Good lift.
3 white lights. Please load the bar, ladies and gentlemen. Raul Rivera, 137.5. On deck, Velasquez in the hole.
While we have them on, we'd like to thank our sponsors.
Bars loaded.
Enzor Advanced Designs, Alico, SBD,
Puerto Rico.
Rogue, SSP, Limitless, Titan Support Systems, Bodybuilding.com. Now we get ready for Raul Rivera.
Erickson. Hello. No, I don't want to. I'm just saying hello.
That's a good setup by Raul. Let's see. Nice and smooth. And that's a good lift.
Lift is good. All right.
And here's a replay for you.
Velasquez. Same weight.
He knew exactly where he needed to touch in that shirt, and he just takes it back to the rack quite easily.
303
exactly how an opener should look. Now we have Luis Velasquez from Puerto Rico. He is a waiter, opening with a 2.5 kilo PB, so we wish him well. If I'm not mistaken, he had a pretty good personal best on the squat as well. Nice turnout from Puerto Rico this year. I don't remember the last time I have seen them at the juniors. I know they come to the North Americans all the time because a lot of times they'll be in this area where we are in Orlando, Florida. So we're awful close to them, but nonetheless, we're glad to see them and some of these other countries like Costa Rica that don't generally come. That's a no lift 2-1. He's got the blue card, so that's going to be some up and down movement.
On the bar. You got that first push out of the shirt. And maybe just a little
You'll
too
see
much
it
shirt
right
there.
about, all right, and now he's got it down his chest and he's starting to press it. Right there. It's real, ever so slight, but,
Bars loaded, chung ching.
you know, it doesn't say, oh, if it's slight, it's okay. It says up and down movement, it's not allowed. Now we have Ching Ching Cha from Chinese Taipei.
Start.
140 kilo opening attempt.
And the bench looks good. What do the referees say? 3 white lights.
Good lift. And, you know, take a moment to kind of throw it back to this morning session. We are, let's see, we are on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th attempt of the 66 kilo men. And it's going to take us till the 7th attempt to get past what was pressed just a little while ago, as Daniela Kolesnik broke the sub-junior and junior 57 kilo bench press record this morning with 145 kilos. If you didn't see that, you need to check out the IPF page on Twitter or Facebook, or just Google it because it's somewhere. But it is amazing.
We got a new clock, Alex.
And they reset the clock for Seoul as they got the blocks ready for him. All right, now they've got him good and ready, and he's getting ready for this 140 kilo, 308 pound opener.
Start.
And that was awful smooth. That's exactly how you want an opener to look.
Lift is good. 3 white lights.
All right, I'm back, guys. Did you miss me?
I know I did. I was just mentioning, talking about this morning session, how we're almost to the end of the openers, and we just now got past what Daniela benched this morning. And now we're talking to 66 kilo men, so they weigh quite a bit more than she does at 57 kilos.
It's insane how much that girl benches, and I give her major props for that. I don't know how, I mean, maybe it's just like genetically gifted, but I would kill to know her secret with bench.
I can tell you, her arch was ridiculous. I was talking with the other side referee I had this morning, which was Nora Keller, and we just, you look at how she's set up, and you keep thinking her butt's going to be off the bench or something, and it's just not. And the way she sets up, it's not moving.
She is built for bench, and I for sure am not. We got a lifter from Kazakhstan here going for 157.5 kilograms.
That was nice and smooth. That's a good lift.
3 white lights, yep.
Lift is good. 3 white lights.
I won't ask you to get too far in depth as you try to reload with the donut from Krispy Kreme. I won't ask you to get too far in depth because I know it's awful fresh. But talk about some of the emotion and how kind of crazy it was for how tight that battle was this morning in the 57 kilo juniors. Because I'm telling you, it was just unreal, and it's one that I think we'll look back years from now and see this whole session this morning with Vargas versus Hesshammer and LaChapelle versus Kolesnik, and then with you and Kimmy and I forgot her name already, but the Russian lifter that won the 57 kilos. Just wow.
I'd be happy to explain that one. Let's just watch this Japanese lifter real quick.
Yeah, this is our friend Yasuki Kouchi. 165 kilos, 363.8 pounds. I was just fixing to say this is likely to explode off his chest, and it sure did.
3 white lights on that one. So to answer your question, Jim, I'd like to first start off by don't give away my dieting secrets about the Krispy Kreme donuts. And secondly, I think I got really confident towards the beginning of it with squat. I felt super strong to start off, but sometimes when Amico's a little bit slower than usual, you start to fade towards the end and feel a little bit more tired, and I think that just got to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And we got Jerry Alaniz on the bench now.
Yeah, putting himself in the gold medal position on the bench press on his opener.
I really hope this one looks good because I know that his squats were struggling a little bit, but I think he's going to find the motivation to come back here.
Well, and you know, the thing about Jerry is this is his 3rd world championship. We've had the fortunate chance to be with him all 3 times. So
see if he can bring that bar back a little bit.
It looks like maybe a slight shirt adjustment or something.
Missing that opening attempt really sucks. I know that feeling from today. I experienced that. It's incredibly stressful being the lifter in that circumstance. I can't even imagine coaching someone when that happens.
Well, and then like in my situation, I have to maintain the unbiased because I'm refereeing the session, but I'm watching how close that bench is for you, and I want to scream. I'm like, come on! But I can't do that because I have a different hat on at the time.
Bring the bar back.
Come on! Because that's one of the closest misses I've seen in a while. That and your 3rd.
I caught myself even cheering for other teams, too, like in the back, like when they were really close to it. I'm like, Lauren, you really need to focus on your bone lifts right now?
Like, what are you doing?
Now it looks like we've got a Russian lifter up going for 175 kilos, which is 385.8 pounds.
Yep, we got Alexander G. The G-man. And that looked like an opener. Jeez. And 3 white lights on the DRL lighting system.
That looked better than me bench pressing the bar.
Me too.
And then we have Velasquez and then Sanfelice.
All right, now it looks like we're moving back to the top of the order with Saipas from Lithuania at 120 kilos, 264 pounds for the metrically challenged.
Bars loaded.
Bar is loaded for Nojas. Based on how big his PRs are, I wouldn't be surprised to see that his opening bench and his opening squat actually probably put him ahead of his PB total as massive of PRs as he's doing today. This got away from him a little bit. So hopefully they made a slight adjustment and gave him some words of wisdom, and he comes back and gets this right here. It's coming down a little bit smoother. Went a little lower. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks like he may have touched an extra inch or so lower than he did originally, and that might have been the sweet spot that he needed to hit for her to come back to the rack.
I'm hitting the sweet spot right now with this Krispy Kreme donut, by the way.
I was trying to think of something to say without the word Krispy Kreme because I didn't want to give away any more diet secrets, but
that's my diet secret.
Let me move these fish that are golden.
For those that do not live in the USA, when you do come here, you need to try these. So now we've got Luis coming out, and he is going for 140 kilograms.
308 pounds.
He's got kind of an interesting setup here for bench.
He does.
I'm always interested to see lifters' versatile setups for bench press because, I mean, obviously I struggle in that area. So I try to kind of play with it and just watch other people to learn from their technique. That was super easy, and that was 308.6 pounds.
No lift, up and down on the bar. Bars loaded.
It looked easy, but just another technicality on that, but that's okay. And the young Lithuanian lifter was so happy to get that 120 in, he's not going to try anything else, so he's going to take the massive PB and roll into deadlift. There's only 3 in that weight class. There was supposed to be an American that didn't show up, so I'm sure the Lithuanian really appreciates it. So Jacob Gibbs, if you're listening, Cypus loves you. All right, this looks nice and smooth. I think that's going to be a good lift. Let's see what Bill Helmick and crew says. 3 white lights.
Puerto Rico's lift is overturned. Thank you, Alex Matheson. Puerto Rico's lift is now good. The lift has been overturned.
And Luis's lift was originally no lift, but they have overturned it at the jury table. So now that previous lift that was no good is now good. And we'll see him again on his 3rd.
Bars loaded. Raul Rivera, 145 kilos.
All right, we've got Raul Rivera.
This is 145 kilograms.
Not a bad bench at 145, but a really great bench at 57 kilos. Golly. Had a little bit of trouble there, but 3 white lights, and that's all that matters.
Bars loaded. Rivera Espada.
Bar is loaded for Saul Rivera Espada.
I like that accent you just used, Jim.
I try.
This is his 2nd attempt at 140 kilos.
I can't always just be talking about flags and bags or getting in my pickup truck and going hunting.
Us Wisconsinites can.
Here comes Saul.
Well, Spotted Cow will do that. Spotted Cow is a local beverage in the Milwaukee area, so we're not actually talking about cow tipping or something like that for those that don't know. Although I'm sure there's some of that in different parts of Milwaukee or different parts of Wisconsin.
Not Milwaukee. Look clean. He brought the bar back. 325.2 pounds right there, and that was a good lift.
Yeah, and I tell you, this may be a little bit of a battle. Looking at the prognosis I had between Saul and Alexander, there is a little bit of a gap, but, I mean, all it takes is a mistake by Alexander. You know, if he messes around and goes 1 for 3 on bench or something, or misses a key deadlift, he may leave the door open for Saul.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be a round 2 of how the 57-kilogram girls session went.
I don't know if I can handle that.
It was too much stress for all of us, I think.
Well, and I tell you, and after yesterday, too, I mean, yesterday's lifting was just out of this world.
That's true. Everyone did really well yesterday. So now we've got Chang, who's going for 150 kilograms on the bar, which is 330.7 pounds for those watching.
Man, that was quick.
I think the blonde hair might have done it on this one because I think he dyed his hair for this competition before that picture was taken. Yeah. Or after, I should say. The blonde hair did it for the judges. He got 3 white lights on that one.
So
now we've got another lifter from Kazakhstan going for 162.5 kilograms, 358.2 pounds.
See, and his last name looks like it'd be pronounced Karzan or something, but I bet I'm not even close. I bet it's like Karazan or something, you know, but I should have stopped talking for a moment and hear Gino's version of it, and then that way, if I was wrong, I could just blame Gino. So in the meantime, I'll just keep saying the Kazakhstan.
Let him
lifting.
ruin it first.
That's
right.
right.
And I believe this is his 5th year of lifting, if I'm correct. Looked like a good lift over here. Let's see what the judges think.
Yep.
2-1. That was a good lift.
One through a blue card, where he thought the bar went down, but
Now I've got Jerry Alanese again.
all you need is 2 out of 3. As somebody that lives in Casa de la Estrogen in a house full of women, you're not always going to make 3 people happy at once. So sometimes you've just got to take the 2 white lights and move on.
Don't argue with us girls, right?
That's right.
All right, so we've got Jerry going for 175 kilograms. It looks like he missed this last time. However, there's no shadow of a doubt that he can come back and get this one. Sometimes it's just those technical errors in a bench shirt that can just do you wrong.
Yeah, he may not have had it set right. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, this may be super fast.
That's the thing with equipped lifting is there's so many factors that go into it that people that might not understand the equipment and whatnot that are watching don't always understand all that goes into it, you know?
See, that looked totally different. It wasn't fast, but who cares? It's a good
3
lift.
white lights. It was a good lift. That's what he needed under his belt. He needed a little bit of a confidence booster there, I think.
Right, and that's going to move him into the gold medal position for for bench, at least for now, with other lifters to come.
First loading, Yosuke, 175.
It looks like he's going to be guaranteed no worse than the silver. I don't know that I've seen Yasuki miss a bench like that. So I wouldn't be shocked at all to see him retake that and then come back and smoke it. I don't know if maybe his setup wasn't right or shirt wasn't adjusted right, but I don't think I've seen him miss a bench to that degree, but I'm sure he's going to come back and get it. Kind of rare. These, we don't have a lot of sub-juniors, but they keep going at the end. I guess they're putting these juniors on notice because these two that are kind of walking away with the sub-juniors are in their last year of subs, and I'm sure they would love to put these juniors on notice of, hey, I'm coming. All right, let's see. It's 182.5 kilos for his second attempt. Made a small 7-kilo jump. It looked a lot like his opener.
And
that's 3 white lights for Alexander. Looks like a good lift.
And here comes the replay. Wow. Kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on tomorrow. We'll have a little bit of a lull. Tomorrow is actually a 3-session day. So clear your calendar, call into work, set up your Fire Stick, set up multiple laptops, whatever you need to do. This will all be in Eastern time. At 10 a.m., we'll have the 74-kilo subs and junior men. At 2 p.m., we'll have the 63-kilo women. And at 3:30, that's going to get pushed back, so that's got to be in there.
I believe that's probably going to be 4:30 or 5:30 because at 63s move fast, but not that fast. We'll have the 83 kilos sub junior and junior men.
We got Renzo on the bench press right now, going for 145 kilos.
From
Had
Ecuador.
to run out to the platform to catch this one, so let's hope that he nails it really easily.
That's a good third attempt number. Let's see what the referees say. Good lift.
Good lift, even though he had to run out there and catch the clock.
Yeah. Get a little bit of cardio in on the way to the bench.
Extra warm-up, right?
That's right.
Here comes Raul Rivera.
How do you loosen up for bench? Oh, I run out because I'm usually late.
Bars loaded.
Saul Rivera, the engineering student, 150 kilos.
I gotta say, speaking from experience, being a student and training for this intense of a competition is extremely hard. So let's give him a round of applause for being out here and being an engineering student, you said, right? That is super impressive. There's a lot of work that goes into this, ladies and gentlemen. This is 150 kilograms, 330.7 pounds. Let's hope he grinds this one out. It looks like a really good effort on that one.
Credit for his first two. Give him a big round of applause.
He got his first two, though, so that's
Yep.
really good.
He's going to be right in the middle of this mess.
I feel like when it comes down to deadlift, that's when things really start to unfold and really change, because lifters start to either miss their lifts or sometimes you even have to pull for the win. So, I mean, this could end up really interesting, you guys.
Right. And then you get some really strategy. I mean, like, for example, with yourself today,
Just the rack height.
you know,
New clock,
as somebody
please.
that's been a multiple-time world champion,
New clock.
the difference between silver and bronze is nothing. So it really doesn't matter which one. If you have the opportunity to go for the gold, you know, it's almost like the color of your medal doesn't matter. It's just, well, I didn't get gold, but
Right.
you know,
right.
we'll be back again.
That's true. You can't always have a perfect day, and I think sometimes as a competitor, you don't realize that when you're in the moment. So we've got Louise here going for 150 kilograms. That's 330.7 pounds. Let's see what the judges think about that one.
And the lift is good.
And the lift is good. One of the judges gave a blue card. I'm not sure what that one.
Yeah, that would be up and down movement. So we'll watch for that here.
I want to see that in the replay here.
Came down nice and smooth. You're not going to see up and down on the descent very often. Right there. Just right there when you got that sticking point. Just very slight. And you would have had to have the right angle on that. So being in the chair is definitely the only way you're going to see that. It's tough to see it from up here for sure.
This is why I could never referee. I just want the best for everyone, and I never call anything like that. So let's just leave it to the lifting for me.
When I first started refereeing in high school, we would give these things called A for efforts. Like even if they didn't get off the ground, we would give them one white light. Sometimes we mess up and two people would do it, and somebody had to flip their light real fast. But
I needed that one today. All right, so we got 152.5 kilograms on the bar. Let's see what he's got here. He's muscling through it. It looks like it was a no lift there. That was 336.2 pounds. And that was his last attempt on bench press.
all right, so now we've got our buddy, yours and mine, Ching Cheng Chung from Chinese Taipei, going 155 kilos, 341 pounds.
Seems like a lot of really phenomenal lifters are suddenly coming out of Chinese Taipei ever since Open Worlds. It's incredible to me.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday with the 59 kilo men, that guy just, wow, 700.5 kilo total as a 59 kilo junior. It's just absolutely amazing.
Yes, absolutely, on the girls' and the guys' behalf.
Chinese Taipei, 155.
Wow. That looked more like an opener. Check this replay out.
Isfandia Karazan, Kazakhstan, 165.
Wow. I mean, that was amazing. And I apologize
Really
for
good bar path on that one.
Absolutely. I apologize for any delay in between on commentating. I'm also team manager for Team USA. So, well, excuse me, for the U.S. national team. And so I'm kind of getting some updates because people that were supposed to get here Tuesday now are not getting here till Wednesday. Things like there's a lot of changes because, unfortunately, we have a lot of, well, fortunately and unfortunately, a lot of our good lifters are from one or two states, and one of those states being Texas, and Texas is just absolutely getting pounded by a tropical storm and a hurricane right now. So traveling out is difficult. Even though they're not going very far, it's just getting to and from the airport is just amazingly difficult. That was a good lift for the Kazakhstan lifter. He goes 3 for 3.
Hurricane Harvey just really doesn't want some of our Texas lifters here, apparently.
Right.
It's really unfortunate, though. I mean, I'm sending lots of prayers to the families affected, and I'm hoping that they get to go home to their home, fortunately and unfortunately, that they're here. It is really unfortunate to hear about.
Yeah, it's crazy. Katrina, just over 10 years ago, was real close to home for us, but well, for myself, not for Lauren. No hurricanes don't hit Wisconsin. If a hurricane hits Wisconsin, we're really in trouble. So.
Hey, Jimmy, I just wanted to come over and say hello to you and Lauren. Let you know, unless you already know, and we got our last lifter coming up with a world record, sub-junior world record, 3 lift and single lift, 188 kilos coming up, 2.9 times his body weight. And I know my buddy out there, Bill Yu, from the Commonwealth, he's the Secretary General. He knows what it's like. He does just about 3 times equipped, 2 times raw, or 1.99, as I'll let you know. But I just wanted to make sure the crowd out there gets behind the Russian Grigoriev for his world record attempt.
Yeah, we weren't even close on that last name.
That was the pirate of powerlifting, you guys. That means it's
the legendary
legit.
Gino.
That's
right.
Legit. And I hope you guys really enjoyed his Russian accent on that one.
And congratulations on your medal, Lauren.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Bar is loaded.
I'm going to steal some of your fish of golden descent.
That really healthy American food, right? We got Jerry Alaniz here, and he is going for 180 kilograms, which is 396.8 pounds. This is his last attempt, so I'm really hoping that he can get this one.
Try to put some kilos towards his total. Regardless of the outcome of this lift, he is the gold medalist in the bench press for this year. It's right there. Come on, Jerry. Oh, man, that was a good lift. That was a good number by his coach.
And good lift for the referees as well.
I believe his coach's name is Mike. I haven't met him yet. I'm going to try to meet him after this session. I went right from the referee chair to the commentary chair. So
for a sub-junior bench is 185 kilos on a 3-lift competition, 186 kilos on a single lift competition. Well, this is a sub-junior world record attempt, both in a 3-lift and single lift competition. This is 188 kilos, 414 and a half pounds. Bar is loaded. Give me a round of applause for world record attempt, Alexander Grigoriev.
Gino gets so loud that I just backed off and let him do his whole spiel on the live stream just now, instead of saying it all again, since he was doing it at the exact same time, because I would have been listening to him and I would have messed up. But yeah, this is a huge lift. And you got to, again, to use this class to compare to yesterday, we saw a 59 kilo yesterday bench 185 kilos and lose. And that's going to be a new, that's several world records. He said it was a 3-lift world record, a single lift world record, and sub-juniors can break junior records, as what happened earlier with Kolesnik. You can lift up.
It's amazing, too, because just watching that, it looked a little bit slow off the chest, and then they were really patient with it, and it just flies after that.
It does. All right, so now we're going to start a 20-minute break. Sasha's already started the clock, so we're at 19 minutes and 50 seconds. So we will be back right before 5:20 Eastern Time. So we hope you turn in for the deadlift and see how this finishes out.
Hello and welcome back for when I like to say when the meet starts, because now the bar is on the floor. We are at the 17th World IPF Sub Junior Powerlifting Championships, 35th World IPF Junior Powerlifting Championships here in rainy, sunny Orlando, Florida at the Hyatt Regency at the Orlando Airport. I am Jim Battenfield here with multi-time IPF World Champion Lauren Lent.
Hi guys, we are back and we are ready for the Russian lifter Alexander to open up with 202.5 kilograms on the bar with the opening deadlift here for this session. Alexander has been doing an awesome job throughout this meet, so I'm excited to see how he closes it out.
And once he pulls this, his world record becomes official.
No.
And so now that world record bench is locked in, and he is in the catbird seat in the gold medal position, but Puerto Rico is opening just a touch higher than him to maybe put himself in position to take a shot, so who knows?
Sometimes the coaches like to play a game with the numbers in the back to see if they can push the envelope, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, I know yesterday was real fun. We played some games. Today was real hectic. So I felt bad for those guys in the back and looking at that mess. So I purposely went to where I couldn't see the scoreboard, so I could just focus on my task at hand. Good pull for Jerry.
Jerry's got 205 kilograms there. It was a good lift from the referees.
Bars loaded.
All right, now we're going to have Saul Rivera Espada from Puerto Rico. He's going to sit up for 205 kilos, 451.9 pounds in freedom units.
No.
It looks like an easy attempt for Saul.
I tell you, my deadlift is not only the most fun for me because that's when you really get the strategy involved, but it's the easiest to referee, and so you can just watch and you can actually enjoy the lifting. And we're not sitting here talking about depth or any of that. We can actually just sit back and enjoy the meet.
That's why I love deadlift. It's like just pick the weight up and you're done. There's not a whole lot to it other than just pure strength, and all you have to be told is just down.
Yeah. Luis is holding that arm kind of funny. I wonder if he did something to his shoulder on bench. He was holding it after his last one. Yeah, he immediately went back to out my shoulder, so.
I'm sorry, Luke is no good. Thank you, Alex. Johnny. Luke is no good. He did not lock out either his shoulders or his knees. Red card. Looks like he's in pain. He's hanging on to his ribs. Are you ready, Bill? Bar loaded. Bars loaded, Raul.
Yeah, that was really close, but I'd have to, after watching the replay, I'd have to agree it wasn't locked out. Now we're going to move to 220 kilos for Raul Rivera. 220 kilos, 485 pounds from Puerto Rico.
Come on, Raul.
This might be the strongest nurse that I've ever seen.
Nice and smooth.
No question about it. 3 white lights on that one.
Yeah, I mean, he set that up just like an opener should be, and he's ready for some more kilos. I tell you what, this top 4 looks like a mess. Yasuki Kiyoshi looks to be the favorite as he's got the heaviest deadlift. Well, tied for the heaviest deadlift, but he does have a substantial lead. And once you start getting in this 240 and 250 deadlift range at 66 kilos. I mean, just nothing's going to be automatic. When you talk about trying to chase people down. So we will see what happens from here.
Ismail from Kazakhstan is in the hole.
This Ecuadorian lifter almost resembles the American lifter Alex Mayer, if you will.
I'm telling you, I actually was just thinking that.
And this is 240 kilos, 529.1 pounds.
Not in the face, but like his body type and how he sets up and all, with the exception of Alex doing the hook grip.
They look like they could be brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
This is good, 2-1. Please load the bar up for Noja Sipas, Lithuania.
That's scary because I was like, Alex?
Load is 240 kilos.
I know, I had to double check to make sure that he was an Ecuadorian lifter.
Up next, Karazhan in the hole, Cheng.
Sipas has actually got the biggest openers of subs. So, I mean, this kid, only born in 2000, he'll be back next year. So, he's looking for a deadlift gold. And his opener is going to lock up a deadlift gold, barring some huge jump.
Looks like he just lost his balance on that one a little bit.
Yeah, he just slid.
What's he saying, honey? Johnny.
He's saying it's slick.
Platform was a little bit slippery today. I recall for bench, I had to wipe off my feet quite a bit before going out for that second attempt, coming back onto it. So it's probably a good thing that they're coming out there and wiping it down. Sometimes that does happen, and it's unfortunate. When there's outside factors affecting you missing a lift, it's a little bit frustrating.
All right, he's going to go.
All right, it looks like the referees and the jury agreed with the Lithuanian lifter saying that the platform was slick, so they're going to give him another shot at it. I always try to, whether it's provided by the facility or not, I always try to have kind of a damp towel for people to wipe their feet on, because as you get in these heavier deadlifts, baby powder just can't help but accumulate.
Bars loaded. Here
Especially, I've seen some people bathe in it.
Kazakhstan. 245 kilos on the bar for the
Guilty
young
as
fellow
charged.
from Kazakhstan.
All right, so we've got a Kazakhstan lifter here going for 245 kilograms, which is 540.1 pounds. And this is his first attempt. Looks really smooth.
And he gets a lockout, and he gets 3 white lights.
Yep.
3 white lights on that one. The judges liked it.
Please load the bar up for Cheng. Cheng Chia.
And we've got Cheng from Chinese Taipei, it looks like. This is his 9th year of competing. He is a student, and he is going for 250 kilograms, which is 551.2 pounds.
Wow. That was pretty fast for 551 at 145.
I was going to say, and he's in a singlet in that one, correct?
Yeah, it looked like it.
I was going to say, that was extremely fast for not being in equipment.
Bars loaded.
That's really impressive.
250 on the bar.
I personally have never deadlifted in a competition in just a singlet, so it's really fun to watch for me.
Some people, especially bigger people, say that they just don't get anything out of a suit and it's not comfortable, so they would just rather just stay in their singlet.
Sometimes it's not even worth risking the comfort over, pure strength, I guess, if you will. So sometimes if you're just more confident in one or the other, you're just better off doing what you're comfortable with.
See, and like I've had a couple of lifters, and even ones that were good deadlifters, that it was only, wow, that was pretty fast for Kyochi.
Looked really good. Looks like a strong first attempt.
Let's watch that again before I start running my mouth on something else. Yeah. And now we're going to come back to the Lithuanian lifter for the relift.
Relift coming up. Sasha, relift now. There were 3 lifters in between, so he comes up now. This will be
Gino's addressing the rules.
from Lithuania.
Had he been at the end of the round, he would have to. This is the thing. He has to have a minimum of 3 minutes between the attempts. So had he been the last lifter, they would have set a clock for 3 minutes to allow him to do the relift. But because there's
240, right?
No, Alexander. No, Russia.
Wait,
Relift.
so they're going to have.
Where is Lithuania?
240, right?
Sorry, it got a little hectic because they were trying to make sure that Alexander knew that he wasn't supposed to go.
This is his relift.
All right, I digress.
I think they were making sure that it was the correct amount on the bar,
Absolutely, yeah, because you don't want to come out there and try something that's not what he's supposed to have.
along with having a really slippery platform, right?
Right, absolutely. But he can't follow himself without a 3-minute break, and because there's 3 lifters in between, there would be no break. But had there been, say, 2 lifters in between, they would set a 1-minute clock, and then started the 1-minute clock for him.
I believe
All right.
his name is Nojas.
Yeah, Nojas Sipis, I believe is how it's going to be pronounced.
Oh, and he got it.
Wow.
And that was 3 white lights, so I fully believe that it was a slippery platform on that one.
Yeah, because you can tell, even in those little tiny shoes, he is digging into that platform, just digging in with his little ballerina shoes. So,
All right, loading the bar off.
And if he gets
I'm not
the
wrong.
gold, is that would that be the first gold medal for the Lithuanian team?
for this championship, yes. They usually have that 53 kilo that's really good, the short guys.
Oh, the guy. Okay.
Yeah. But this is the first Lithuanian I've seen this week, and he secured a gold medal in the deadlift and a bronze medal overall. I don't see him adding 100 kilos to that deadlift he just did to improve his medal position. But he is going to be your gold medalist in the deadlift and the bronze medalist overall.
And it's
then
looking like Alexander and the lifter
Saul Riviera Espada from Puerto Rico
are pretty close in competition here, but that attempt looked really smooth. So we'll see what the next lifter will do.
But while Saul is the lighter lifter, Alexander's got that advantage of that half kilo from that world record bench.
That's right. That's right.
So unless Saul goes over a world record deadlift, which I don't see given what his current attempt is, he's going to have to go 2.5 kilos to get that half kilo back from Alexander. So that's some strategy playing in right there.
Now I've got Jerry Alanese on the platform going for 210 kilograms
Yep.
as his second attempt.
Rooting for the home team here a little bit. Bench press gold medal.
And that
Just
looks
trying to finish out
super
his day.
smooth.
Yeah, that looked much better than his opener.
Lift is good.
Like we said, sometimes you just add a little bit more weight on the bar, and with the equipment, it can almost be an advantage to you just to be able to reach the bar in the suit, or as in with squat, to hit depth.
So if you're listening to this and you lift classic or raw, come to the dark side. We have
Equipped is
cookies.
where it's at.
Bravo.
No offense to the raw lifters. I give you major
Yeah,
props.
I mean, mad respect for all those people, but
I think my body would break down if I tried to do it at this point.
and you know, and they'll tend to say the opposite, that they would break down in all the equipment.
I know, that was 217.5 kilograms
That
for
might
his
be the
second attempt.
That might be the smoothest attempt I've seen him do all day.
Puerto Rico. Okay, how about Luis Velasquez from Puerto Rico?
All right, now we're
Buzzword. He's coached by.
sorry I was distracted. Lauren had so many notifications on her phone that it was more kilos than will be lifted all week this week by anybody, and it blew my mind. So anyway, we get ready for Luis Velasquez. We get behind him.
he appears to have done something to his shoulder, so we hope he's able to get this and finish and post a total. He looks much more comfortable and erect on that one, but he's still hurting. I would suspect after this he's going to pass.
And that was a good lift, so it's really good that he's sticking it out for this last lift here. I'm really rooting for him. I mean, it's really hard to work through those types of injuries.
Right, especially since apparently it was really fresh. So I would suspect he's going to pass here and just be happy with posting a total for his 7th place finish.
It almost makes me want to like run back there and give him some like icy hot or some ice just to like be like, you can get through this. One more attempt, you got it.
Biofreeze is where it's at.
Tiger Balm.
I have some Tiger Balm.
I did bring some too, so maybe I should run back there and help him out. But I think he's got this last one for sure.
And he actually is going to take another attempt. All right, now we've got Raul Rivera.
He's been doing so good today.
And he keeps it going.
Referees liked it. 3 white lights on that one. He's definitely got the build for powerlifting, that's for sure.
Yes.
Sometimes you just look at someone and you're like, even if you see someone on the street and you're just like, you know, if you tried powerlifting, you'd be phenomenal at it.
Yep. Sometimes, you know, we recruit lifters from softball, or whatever the case may be.
He's referring to me, you guys.
Not everything's about you. No, I'm just kidding. That was about you.
Softball and running, right?
Yeah.
All right, so now we've got the Ecuadorian lifter here, Alex Mayer's twin, going for 250 kilograms, 551.2 pounds. And he's got approximately 30 seconds on the clock, more than enough time to pick that one up.
Yeah, because he's only going to start bringing the bar up, so it's forever.
And he locked it out. Looks good to me. See what the refs think.
Stalled for a second. Did it go down? One referee thought it went down.
I thought it looked good from over here, but, I mean, like I said, we're kind of far away, so, I mean, those side judges get a better view on that one.
Right. And we're not in the chair, and thank God I don't have on the tie at the moment. That's the first thing I do when I get out of the chair.
I was going to say, do not sign me up for that one.
Oh, funny you should mention that. No, I'm just kidding.
So now we've got the Kazakhstan lifter going for 252.5 kilograms, 556.7 pounds.
Not quite there, so that's going to make things interesting here.
He's holding his neck. I'm not sure if something went wrong there. Pulled with everything he had, though, right?
Yeah, you really pulled with everything you got if you get off the deadlift and you're grabbing your neck. So
They've got Lithuanian lifter going for 262.5 pounds for his second attempt. So that is 578.7 pounds. Is this the same lifter that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That went a while ago, and his total PB coming into this was 330.
I'm actually really glad that he said something about the platform, because I feel like sometimes people are a little bit hesitant on saying stuff about that, and if it is an issue, I mean, that's totally out of your control as a lifter.
Right, and you've got to say something. It's one of those things where the thing I use all the time is if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
That's right. That's right. So 262.5 kilograms. Let's see if he's got it today.
Not today. So I would suspect we're going to see a pass after that, but some massive PRs for him, and a lot to build on going forward. I mean, he's a baby.
I don't blame him for coming out and at least trying on that last one. I mean, going for another deadlift after having problems that are out of your control. I mean, you're going for an extra deadlift, yep, if you will.
Chinese Taipei. Hold on, we're gonna wipe down the bar. She wants to
ching ching ching.
Hit the chalk off.
I really hope I'm saying it right, but I mean that's how it looks like it's spelled. It's ching ching chong.
Bars loaded.
So that's one of the few I'm confident enough to try.
Got Charles Acapulco messaging me about this session, so I'm sure that these lifters are very happy to not be seeing him this weekend.
Yeah, he wasn't able to do this when he just did the World Games, and I mean, we can't be more proud of him. So I had a couple of people that were in that junior program that have moved on to that. So, over the years, we're starting to see some of these kids move into the open, and that's only going to make our open program better. So we're really glad to see that.
It's crazy too to see the transformation of so many different lifters too. I mean, this is my 5th World Championship that I've competed at, and I mean, I'm by far lower on the list this year, but I mean, just seeing how much everyone has progressed is insane to me, and seeing how much everyone has really gotten better over the years is really cool.
It is. All right, now we've got Yasuki Kiyoshi, and this is, man, Chinese Taipei is not that far from him. I know they'll be fearless, but I really think this is going to put it away for him.
It's got about 20 seconds on the clock, more than enough time. Looks so good.
And kind of like you said, after watching him take second the last 2 years, Jerry's not going to be close enough in contention, so you kind of want to see. Jerry has actually passed on his third. He was kind of moving slow, so we hope he's all right, and we'll see him come back. But he was successful with the bench gold.
Right.
Now we have Alexander trying to make it a little bit tougher for our friend Saul Rivera Espada. He's really going to try to put a total out here that he can't beat.
The Russians really came to dominate this year, that's for sure.
Yes. After being absent from the men's side for a couple years, they definitely brought an A team. But and this will be the first class they have a chance to win because they failed to the Americans twice yesterday.
So let's see what Alexander's got here. This is 212.5 kilograms on the bar, 468.5 pounds. And that is his last attempt.
That was a good number.
His coaches could not have picked a better number for him on that one. That is the one thing that I will really give props to the Russian coaches for, is they are tremendous at picking numbers for their lifters.
Hey, it looks like I just got a message from the Wisconsin State Chair. Hello, Tanya Lambeth. Saying, let Lauren know we're totally hitting her for becoming a state level ref, so start studying.
About that one.
About that.
White lights for everybody.
Hey, maybe you could take it to high school nationals, because I heard a rumor that some dude named Jim may be coming up north to the Great White North.
That's what I like to hear. I may or may not be coaching this year too, so stay tuned.
Bars loaded for Luis.
We've got Luis here. He's going for 227.5 kilograms, 501.5 pounds. And this is his last attempt. Looks like he either missed or scratched his last attempt of 215. But let's see how this one goes.
Well, we're on thirds now. Remember his first, he wasn't locked out, and then he came back and got his second.
Oh,
this
right.
is the same one guy, the same guy that hurt his shoulder. So let's see what he's got in him.
I'm rooting for him on this one. I'm feeling for his shoulder right now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it's his shoulder or his side that's hurting right now, but
I don't know if his shoulder's feeling better by grabbing his side like that and taking the pressure off or what, but I thought he was holding his shoulder off a bench.
regardless, he's a trooper for staying through it, right?
That's right.
And I appreciate the fact that he is wearing the Titan knee sleeves on the platform, by the way.
Hashtag best gear on the planet.
I'm
We're hoping those guys are able to make it, and hoping that the facility didn't take much damage. They, as we mentioned, Hurricane Harvey, Titan support systems in Corpus Christi, pretty much on the beach. So I'm sure it took quite a beating. So we hope that
they're able to bounce back from this quickly, and hopefully we'll see those guys at some point this week because we're definitely thinking about Pete and Isaiah and all you guys down there.
That's right. And it looks like 235 kilograms just wouldn't budge off the floor today.
Yeah, just not there for Sal. That would have been for the win, so he had to take that shot. So you don't blame him, but no matter what, he's going to walk away with the silver medal and the silver in the deadlift. We're kind of giggling at these little texts and all that we're getting from our friends here, so...
Shout out to Kat Kazabuski out in Wisconsin. She's an amazing lifter, and she was giving me props on my commentary, so I have to give her a little bit of a shout out there because she's out there watching right now.
And 2014 Junior World Champion Kaylee Alfonso just was picking about us coming to the dark side comment we made. God, that was a crazy session that year. Three-way tie on bodyweight with her, Hess Hammer, and a German lifter. And she comes out on top, and that starts the fire for the sweep. And that was quite an effort by Raul Rivera.
Just a little too much today, but that's all right. He's done an awesome job today.
All right, here comes Kazakhstan.
Does that secure him for 4th place, is it?
Yeah, he's going to be in 4th because everybody else behind him's already done.
Awesome.
So he's in 4th, but now you've still got hold on, Kazakh's going.
And he's in 4th place this year.
He's in 4th.
It's still to be determined.
All right, and this is actually going to leave him in 4th, but this will give him the deadlift bronze. At least momentarily while we see what Santelices what Santelices does, because that's who's going to take the bronze away from him should he get this. Not quite there today, but he is going to stay in 4th, so he will finish kind of in the middle of the field.
I feel like a lot of the lifters in this weight class are having a lot of problems with injuries today, and it seems to be a common trend.
Well, it's just moving fast.
I think so. Sometimes that can really take a lot out of you. I mean, speaking from experience, today moved a lot slower than last year's competition did for me personally. And, that affected me because I felt super drained. There's a lot of aspects that go into it.
All right. Now, to set the scene here, Lorenzo Santelices he's in 3rd. He is pulling. He's in 3rd. He's pulling for 2nd. Regardless, he is going to be the bronze in deadlift, and he's bronze overall. This will put him in the silver and then give Ching from Taipei a decision to make on whether he still goes for the win or secures the silver medal.
Make Alex Mayer proud from the USA on this deadlift. 260 kilograms, 573.2 pounds.
Nice effort, but that's not there, so that's going to make the decision for Taipei really easy.
Looked like a little bit of a hitch there, so I don't think that the referees like that one. It was 3 red lights, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Give him a round of applause.
Yeah, you can see just where he got stuck. I think it just kind of got away from him a little bit because it looks like he definitely had the strength to pull it because he does lock it out.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't a situation where it was really like a traditional hitch. It just got away from him and he had to descend to get back in control.
Bars loaded.
All right, so we're up to 89 unread texts.
Jim is keeping count of how many text messages I've had today. Not how many kilograms are on the bar.
That's right. I'm not doing a great job. All right, now we've got Cyphus with 262.5 kilos, trying to retake his 2nd. It started coming. It's just not quite there yet.
I'm actually surprised that he went for this one after having the issue on the platform and then coming back out. That's 4 deadlifts in a row. That takes a lot out of you, so I give him effort for coming out and at least trying that one,
All right.
we've seen some moving, and they are playing some games now, and it is up to 280 and 295 for the next two attempts. Just some fearless attempt calling right here. Ride or die, baby. I was trying to figure out what that noise was, but I guess the microphone is just close enough to the bar, and we weren't talking for a second. I was like, what is that scratching? And it was them cleaning the bar.
So now we've got Yosuke from Japan. I apologize if I totally got that name wrong. However, he is the one that I follow on Instagram.
I actually follow a couple of Yasukis, I believe.
I think I do too.
Because Sataki that lived yesterday at 59.
So maybe I'm confusing them. However, I'm rooting for the Japanese team. So this is 280 kilograms, 617.3 pounds.
A massive pull. And he's got it in him.
This is a huge pull for 66 kilogram. I will give him that.
Not quite there, so that's going to leave the door open. And so now we have Ching Ching Chu going for 295 kilos, 650 world junior record for a 700 kilo total for the win.
I gotta say, as a lifter, listening to Gino as you're walking out just totally hypes you up and gets you all excited to lift whatever is on the bar. It's awesome to have it in the U.S. this year because he was able to come.
2.5 kilos.
Sometimes when the room is just super quiet and awkward, it's not as fun to lift. But as you can probably hear over the live stream, the crowd is going crazy for him. So this is 295 kilos, 650.4 pounds.
Wow.
Here we go now.
So is he pulling for the win on this one?
This is for the win. And he's the heavier lifter, so he had to go 2.5 kilos heavier.
Wouldn't budge off the floor today, but it was really worth a shot.
Yeah, not quite there, but still gets a round of applause from the audience. So, wrapping up in the sub-juniors, third place, Saipas from Lithuania. Second, Saul Rivera Espada from Puerto Rico. And your world champion is Alexander from Russia. And your top three in the juniors are going to be Santalis from Ecuador in third, Chang from Taipei in second, and Yosaki Kyochi is your world champion. We invite you to stay tuned for the medal ceremony. We appreciate you guys for having us. Hopefully we're entertaining for you. This is Jim Battenfield signing off for myself and Lauren Lent. Stay tuned for the medal ceremony, and also after that's done, rejoin us tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the 74 kilo sub-junior and junior men.
Thank you so much for having me, Jim. It was a pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, give all of our lifters a round of applause as our TC escorts them onto the platform. Thank you, Seeger. Much better. Symmetry. Symmetry. All right, let's go to our individuals handing out the trophies. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our Vice President of the International Powerlifting Federation from Iceland, Singer Henderson. Yes. And from Chinese Taipei, handing out the medals. Give her a round of applause. All right. Every one of our lifters receives a participation medal because every lifter that gets invited to the World's Championship is a winner. Singer will hand out a participation medal to all of our lifters for this session. All right, here we go. The first category. 66 kilo weight class, sub-junior category, the squat. The bronze medal, he hails from Lithuania. Big round of applause for Nojas Saipas. And the silver medal hailing from Russia, Alexander Grigoriev. And the gold medal winner from Puerto Rico, Sol Rivera. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Let's move on to the bench. The bronze medal from Lithuania, Nojas Saipas. Silver medal, Puerto Rico, Sol Rivera Espada. And the gold medal winner from Russia, Alexander Grigoriev. Photos. Thank you. Stay there, gentlemen, stay there. Deadlift. Now. Switch places. And ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medal for the deadlift from Russia, Alexander Grigoriev. The silver medal, Puerto Rico, Sol Rivera. And the gold medal from Lithuania, Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's move on to the total category. Now, bronze medal, Lithuania, Noja Cyprus. Silver medal, Puerto Rico, Tall and the gold medal winner, hailing from Russia, Alexander Grigoriev. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Russian national anthem. A round of applause for our three winners. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we all have to stand up for each country's national anthem out of respect for each country. And then we'll finish. Okay, as soon as you get the photos, you may step back. We'll go on to the next category. Thursday evening at 7 p.m. there will be an anti-doping seminar. Where will it take place, Robert? There is a mandatory meeting for all lifters and coaches in the briefing room. Everybody that came to the technical meeting in the briefing room must come to the mandatory doping seminar this Thursday at 7 p.m. All lifters and coaches, thank you. The anti-doping seminar. All right, let's go to our next category, 66 kilo weight class, junior category, the squat, the bronze medal from Chinese Taipei, Chen Cheng. Silver medal, Japan, Yosuke Kiyuchi. Gold medal, Ecuador, Renzo Santalisi. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Bench press, bronze medal, Japan, Yosuke Kiyuchi. Silver medal, Kazakhstan, Ispandiar Karazan. And the gold medal from the United States of America, Geronimo Alanis. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. move on to the deadlift. Now, bronze medal Ecuador, Renzo Santelices. Silver medal Chinese Taipei Chongqi Cheng. Gold medal Japan Yosuke Kiyoshi. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Let's move on to the total category. You might as well all stay right there. Go ahead, go on back up. Stay there. Bronze medal Ecuador, Renzo Santelices. Silver medal Chinese Taipei Chongqi Cheng. And ladies and gentlemen, in the sub-junior/junior category, this gentleman has been on the podium every year since 2013, 14, 15, 16, and now 2017. A big round of applause for the gold medal winner, hailing from Japan, Yosuke Kiyoshi. Sasuna, Omotoko, Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Japanese national anthem. Big round of applause for all of our winners. Let's get a group photo. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. And we'll get a little volume to our music as our TC escorts our athletes off the platform.